Even though your 21st chromosome is your smallest one, it has the ability to create one of the main genetic disorders in the world, Down syndrome. Today in my speech, I am going to talk about how Down syndrome occurs, the effects of it, and how to detect and prevent it. Down syndrome, or trisomy 21, affects your 21st chromosome through non-disjunction. In non-disjunction, your chromosomes do not separate correctly, leaving your 21st chromosome with extra genetic material. It is supposed to have 2 chromosomes, but instead it either has 3 or part of, or 2.5. Some effects of Down syndrome are intellectual disability, a distinct facial appearance, and weak muscle tone in infancy known as hypotonia. This disease is non-inherited and it occurs randomly among people. According to the Mayo Clinic, women over the age of 35 are more likely to have a child with Down syndrome than a woman under the age of 35. Parents with children who have chromosomal disorders or have them themselves are also more likely to have a child with Down syndrome. The characteristics that people with Down syndrome possess are mutations as a result of the genetic disorder. According to the World Health Organization, some of these characteristics are decreased muscle tone, a flat face, slanted eyes, irregularly shaped ears, and a large tongue. According to the Genetic Home Reference, 1 in 1,000 people worldwide have Down syndrome, and 1 in every 6,000 people in the United States have Down syndrome. According to the Mayo Clinic, there are several ways that you can detect Down syndrome during your pregnancy. You can detect Down syndrome through screenings, blood tests, and a translucency test. This disease occurs on an autosomal chromosome, meaning that it is not a sex-linked trait. There is no one group of people that are more susceptible to inheriting Down syndrome than the other. People with Down syndrome are also born with a number of birth defects. Half of the people born with Down syndrome are also born with a heart defect. They also have digestive abnormalities such as a blockage of intestines. People with Down syndrome also have an increased risk of developing certain medical conditions. Some of these medical conditions include acid reflux, celiac disease, heart disease, hearing and vision problems, obsessive compulsive disorder, cataracts, thyroid problems, seizure disorders, and they also have an increased risk of developing Alzheimer's later in life. Down syndrome cannot be cured. However, there are several early treatments that can help people to live productive, normal lives. Some of these treatments include speech therapy, occupational therapy, and they can do exercises to improve their motor skills. Some people with Down syndrome might also benefit from a drug known as piracetam. This drug is available in Europe, Africa, and Australia, but the CDC has not cleared it yet to be available in the US. Thank you for listening to my speech.